Yo guys, what's going on? It's Russ here, bringing you guys a brand new video and a brand new draft league as well. We are back in the KCDL, this time for the VGC off season. Not going to do like a super crazy in-depth draft analysis like I usually do, just because this is an off season. It's meant to be a little bit more fun. There's still uploading required, but I want to keep this a little bit more light and fun, just because it's also a format that I've never really touched before. So I'm very excited to do that. Shout out to my front office and my buddy Tex as well for helping me with this team. Great, appreciate all of you guys. You guys are awesome. We didn't have the greatest draft position. We had like the 6th overall pick, and realistically, I wanted to pick something that I relatively knew already. Just because after I went to the Las Vegas regional, out here, I kind of got the VGC bug. I really enjoyed watching the competitors. I really enjoyed just like the whole spectacle of everything, and I just wanted to kind of embrace it a little bit more, and I wanted to get involved. And so watching them play out there and seeing what they were using kind of gave me an idea as to some stuff that I would want to use. And then also too, this is, something that I can kind of like build off of. I did also do some showdown like VGC stuff after the fact with some of these mons, and kind of wanted to use stuff that I already was like somewhat familiar with. So with my first pick, we ended up taking Ursaluna. I'm very excited to use Ursaluna. I've used it a couple times before, and Ursaluna, especially in VGC, is very, very, very prominent as a button-clicking Pokemon. This thing hits super, super hard. It's great with Trick Room. It's great with Tailwind. It's great all by itself. Obviously, with with the VGC format, everything can Terra all the time, so I don't have to worry about wasting it on this versus something else. And it's a lot more fast-paced, which I think Ursaluna benefits from because it doesn't need nearly as much time to set up, and I can get it going a lot faster. Ursaluna hits super, super hard, being able to just facade through most of the format, being able to Earthquake it next to some certain Pokemon, which I'll get into later, Headlong Rush, the elemental punches and everything, like it just hits so hard. It's very hard to switch into, and even with Intimidate mons, you can kind of just punch through most of them, like Incineroar and stuff like that, so definitely is something that we're going to have to kind of think about coming into these first few games. Second up, I wanted to get something that paired with Ursaluna pretty well. There was a couple of mons that were kind of floating around. We ended up settling for Sinistra. Sinistra, another mon I'm pretty familiar with. It's really good in VGC just because of the Trick Room aspect, because of Matcha Gotcha being a spread move as well, with that 20% chance to burn on both sides of the field. Life Dew as well is really, really nice. Getting Rage Powder is also amazing, and its ability Hospitality basically just gives Life Dew whenever you switch in, which is really, really nice, especially for something like Ursaluna, because if it gets weakened down, I can just bring in my Sinistra, and we are all set and good to go. This also, like I said, allows me to set up Trick Room for Ursaluna, and allows me to kind of get my offense going a lot faster. Next up, I wanted to grab something for some Fake Out pressure, as well as maybe some other bits and pieces that are really good in the VGC format. So we decided to go with Mienshao. Now, Mienshao may not be the conventional pick here, but I think it does fit really well. It gives me a little bit more offense as well. It gives me some speed, which I definitely needed up until this point. Like I said, it gives me Fake Out, it gives me Knockoff, it gives me U-Turn as well if I wanted to do something like that. It gives me fast coaching, which I think is super undervalued, and is great under a lot of conditions, which again, we'll talk about more of that kind of stuff later. But Mienshao is great, especially with that inner focus ability, being able to be immune to Intimidates, so I never, ever, ever have to worry about Intimidate. And if I wanted to run like Regen or Reckless, then I can, and I can just run a Clear Amulet if I want to avoid Incineroar pressure in that aspect, which is also really nice. So Mienshao, I think, does pair really well with the rest of my team so far, and I end up definitely excited to use it. I do love Mienshao. It's a Gen 5 mon. I definitely have a little bit of a bias with it, but I'm very excited to use it, and I think it does pair pretty well here. Next up, a mon that I definitely used in that showdown kind of practice that I talked about a little bit earlier, Kilowattrel. It is an amazing fast Tailwind user that pairs really, really well with Ursaluna. Something I learned by watching the guys, the guys and girls competing in the Las Vegas regional, was a lot of them were running the Ursaluna Kilowattrel set, leading it off with getting that Tailwind up quick, getting off great hits with that Ursaluna as a result. There was even some kind of mind games that were being played throughout some of the sets that I was watching, and it was really, really interesting to watch. So I wanted to kind of take that into my own hands and see what I can do with it. Kilowattrel, of course, we just used it in the IBL as well in our championship run there. But here, its main use is going to be for that Tailwind. Electro Web as well is pretty nice, and then just getting off nice hits with Discharge, with Hurricanes and Air Slashes and stuff. It pairs really well with Ursaluna as well, not just because of the Tailwind, but because I can do Discharge Earthquake stuff and literally not have to worry about hitting my side of the field with both of them on the field, which is super, super, super valuable, being able to use spread moves and use these like triple spread moves and everything and not have to worry about my side of the field on that turn. I'm super grateful for it, and I'm very glad that it fell to me in the 4th round because I think it's very undervalued. Next up, we grabbed Frostmoth, another mon that does have Rage Powder, which is really, really nice. Obviously having a quad weakness with fire being so prevalent with Incineroar and things like that is not great, but with Terra Aspect, it's honestly fantastic, especially with Ice Scales. This mon is super, super, super fat. Like I said, getting that Rage Powder aspect, getting the Quiver Dance, move, and being able to kind of be its own little sweeper and get some decent chip off. This mon, I think, under the right conditions, can become very, very solid. It'll work great with Tailwind, and it also works great with Trick Room because of its speed tier. Being at that base 65, I'm able to kind of function both in Trick Room and in Tailwind, which is really, really nice. And I can kind of function in Tailwind a little bit better than I can with Ursaluna, so that could provide me with some options there. Obviously, it's not going to hit as strong as Ursaluna, but it is going to hit pretty solid from its side of things, and I'm definitely very excited to use Frostmoth. It's one of my favorite Gen 8 mons. I think it is an amazing mon. They did a great job with it, and I'm very excited to use it. Next up, we grabbed Slowking, one of my favorite mons, period. I really do like Slowking. I've used it a handful of times over the years, and I think it does pair pretty nicely here, being at Trick Room Setter alongside Sinistra to alleviate some pressure from that, getting off some things like Icy Wind and Trick Room as well, or excuse me, Trick Room, Icy Wind, Chilly Reception to set up for that Frostmoth that we talked about a minute ago, that I can get that defense boost now and become an even bulkier threat in a really, really nice format. This mon gives me great positioning because of that Chilly Reception, gives me some decent damage off, gives me Thunder Wave as well, which can be very, very nice, and Future Sight as well, which I think is a little undervalued because it forces in that Dark type that may or may not be there, which I think is interesting to note. But Slowking, again, one of my favorite mons. I love using it, and I'm honestly super excited to use it. I think it pairs pretty well. It allows me to alleviate pressure off of Sinistra and create some moments for itself, and honestly can be an offensive threat in its right, especially with that Regenerator ability. Being able to pivot in and out and get some of that HP recovery back is really, really beneficial. Next up, we took Morgrim. Morgrim definitely has its uses. Mainly, it is an Eviolite Prankster mon, getting screens, parting shots, thunder waves, all that kind of stuff. If you guys know what Grimmsnarl does, Morgrim basically does 99% of those. Doesn't hit as hard, but it can still do some decent damage with moves like Dazzling Gleam, which are super, super nice. It also creates more fake out pressure alongside of Miensha, so it can obviously alleviate the pressure from that. But altogether, this mon definitely has its uses. It has its niches. And when you get to the point of in the draft where you start picking up these like 2, 3, 4, 5 point mons, you want to start looking at what niches these things have and where you can kind of take them and take advantage of it. So with that screens, with that Thunderwave, with that fake out and everything, this mon can create great positioning for my team, and I'm definitely excited to see how it functions alongside the rest of my team. Next up is Duraludon. Honestly, I never really thought about drafting Duraludon before. I don't think I've drafted it in a long time, maybe since Gen 8. But I'm very excited to use it. The ability Stalwart, I think, is extremely undervalued because what you're essentially allowed to do is ignore Rage Powder and Follow Me's and all that kind of stuff. You never have to worry about being redirected ever, as long as you have that ability and you don't get like Neutralizing Gas or Gastro Acid or anything like that. Being an Eviolite mon as well does create that confliction with the item clause that VGC has when it comes to Morgrim as well, but Morgrim could always be a Focus Sash mon, or it can be or like a Light Clay or something like that, and I can give that Eviolite to Duraludon, or even to Duraludon for the most part, outside of its special defense, is bulky enough to where it doesn't always need the Eviolite. So that does always play into that as well. But Duraludon gets some decent coverage with that Thunder Wave, with Breaking Swipe as well, which is really, really nice. Be able to hit both sides, both of your opponents with that Dragon Stab, and getting to lower their attack consistently is really, I think, super valuable. With that Thunder Wave as well, being able to kind of alleviate some of the speed pressure that Ursaluna might struggle with, and some of my other mons as well. I think Duraludon definitely fits a really nice niche in here. It's also a really solid sponge. I can take hits really, really well with the Eviolite, or without it, honestly, too. And I can create some solid damage because it hits pretty hard when it comes to like body presses or Dracos or flash cannons, anything like that. It definitely can create some great moments in these games and help me position my team very, very well and effectively. Next up, we have Quillfish, our first Intimidator on the team. I definitely needed some Intimidate pressure just because, for the most part, my team doesn't love taking physical attacks, but also, when it comes to VGC, from my understanding, you really want to have ways to weaken your opponent down very quickly. And an Intimidator is really the quickest way to do that, and a decent one at that. Obviously, Quillfish has fallen off in recent years, just because of how the meta has changed in singles and in doubles, but I think it does still provide some solid usage here when it comes to Icy Wind, when it comes to Thunderwave, when it comes to the Intimidate as well. Aqua Jet is always interesting. Like, there's, even with, even though it's, like, hazards are not prevalent in VGC, you know, getting a Spike Up or getting that T-Spike Up could be the difference in certain cases, depending on the situation. You don't usually set up the hazards and stuff in VGC just because the games usually don't last long enough to warrant that extra turn, whereas singles, those games could be 30 plus minutes. VGC games really are like 10-15 minutes each, and that's not that much. And with it being, you know, doubles, those turns go so fast, you just don't always need to set up that hazard. But it honestly does help me as well. It's also a great way for me to deal with fairy types, because up until this point, my team doesn't really love fairy types. So having a mon that's actually resistant to those instead of my neutral with Duraludon helps me kind of pressure those fairy types as well, and some of the better ones in the format as well. But Quillfish, I think, can definitely provide some utility to this team, and like I've been talking about, you want to have as much utility on your team as possible when it comes to VGC, and this is no different. And then last but certainly not least, we are bringing Arcanine onto the team. Arcanine, one of the better Intimidators, period. It was definitely priced accordingly. And we got to a point in the draft where I can kind of just wait on this mod until the very end, because nobody else could reasonably afford it other than myself and like one other person. And they already, I think they were the ones that had Incineroar, so it was one of those things where they weren't going to take it. But Arcanine is fantastic. It's bulky, it's fast, it's Intimidate. It's got Flash Fire and Justified as well, which are two fantastic abilities in their own right. But being able to get, you know, that fast E-Speed off, getting Will-O-Wisp, Snarl, getting Recovery with Morning Sun. If I want to set my, you know, some of my weather outside of the snow, I can set up a sun. There's a lot of things I can do, heat waves and everything like that as well. There's a lot that Arcanine can do. It may not be as effective as Incineroar just because it doesn't have that pivoting aspect, but honestly, Arcanine is still very, very solid and can definitely put me in winnable positions in certain matchups. Now, not every mon is going to come every week. Arcanine may be one of those mons that doesn't come every week and is just one of those like interchange mons, but it is still going to matter in the matchups where it is effective. And I'm definitely excited to use it alongside the rest of my team, and I hope you guys are excited to see it with these upcoming videos. I'm super excited. Like I said, this isn't going to be a crazy super in-depth draft analysis because right after these is we have our week 1 game. So I'm very excited to show you guys what this team plays and how it plays, and I will see you guys in the battle in just a moment. Yo guys, what's going on? It's Russ here, bringing you guys KCDL VGC offseason week number 1 against D-Double-Del. He brought no rain, which I'm really surprised of. Good luck, have fun. I am very nervous for this matchup. This is my first, like, competitive VGC game, so hopefully this goes well. Also, I'm going to apologize in advance if you can hear my dog causing a ruckus behind me. Just going to apologize for that now. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. That's fine. Okay, here's what I want to do. I think he's going to try and set up Trick Room. I low-key want to Earthquake and Protect. Low-key. Or I honestly just double Protect. Or I Protect this and I Air Slash... I'm gonna Protect. No, I think he's gonna Fake Out. I think he's Fake Outing. I'm gonna Headlong Rush and Protect. I'm gonna Headlong Rush Protect here. He is, okay, so he is, Terra, probably the Ensign. Yep, Ensign, that's fine. We'll see how much this does. Helping hand, okay. What are you about to do? That's scary. Low kick, I'm dead. No, I'm not dead, I'm not dead. Okay. That did just under half. To Terra Ghost. How do I make sure he's terastallized? Oh god, I don't know how to... How do I... There's no terastallized button. Oh, here we go, there it is. That looks like just max HP. Now that I am burned... I can actually... Kilowatt roll, air slash should, unless you're assault vested. I'm gonna protect and air slash here. That took way too long. That's actually, okay, that's fine. No, that's actually fine. Lil homie, this is dead. Oh, this is so dead. That works for me. That actually works for me. Okay. So, the rig has helping hand. That worked out great for me. Kilo kills Spupa. Oh, I didn't see that, damn it. Oh, it's definitely, okay, that works. Air slash. The rig has D-Gleam. Okay. I'm probably going to hard swap. I think I'm actually gonna hard swap Protect here. I'm expecting a probable fake out here. Yeah, I actually like that a lot. I'm gonna Protect here. Circle Hater. And then I need to put Ensign as low kick. Expecting a fake out. Yup! Perfect. If this is Trick Room, that's fine. That is fine. Ooh, I could have done room service here. I low-key want to set up a Trick Room again. Like, reverse this Trick Room and maybe try and double. Versus Sinistra knockoff does a lot. I terastallize here. It's not doing nearly as much. Actually, what if I Rage Powder and I just kill this this Ensign? That actually, yeah. Let me do that. I'm gonna lose my Sinistra here, but that's probably fine. Low key. That's actually fine. Flare Blitz is fine. Probably should have terrored there. That's fine. Ensign has Flare Blitz. That's fine. kills Ensign with air slash. And then Ensign kills Sinistra with Flare Blitz. Definitely should have tarried there. That's something to note for a next game. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring in Miansha here because I could stall a turn or Trick Room here. Is this last turn a Trick Room? Thickness, that's Hariyama. Ooh, actually... No, this is not last turn of Trick Room at all. I kind of just... Or... Yeah, I'm going to fake out here. And I'm gonna air slash. I'm just gonna... Yeah, I like this. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm so dumb. I forgot about Armor Tail. That's my bad. I'm an idiot. That was really dumb of me. That was really dumb. That was really dumb. I forgot about Armor Tail. I forgot that. Okay, good to know. Farig, Armor Tail. I'm an idiot. That was dumb. Yama kills. Kills. But actually, no. It was Farig kill. Kills Pillow with IP. Okay. Okay. Hopefully I am the slowest / fastest thing on the field here. That was dumb. That was really dumb of me. Okay. I would just do this. It's not Flame Orb, so it's probably Thick Fat, actually. That's actually something I need to know. I'm gonna protect here, maybe? No, because then I'm gonna just lose my Mianshao. I think I need to just Earthquake. I think I just need to Earthquake. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna lose this set, that's fine. Yama kills Mianshao with... Or with Luna with CC. Mianshao dies to Degleam Farig. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna go to a game 2 here. 0-1 in the first set, but I got a lot of information. So that's fine. I think if I Terrasilize my Sinistra, I'd probably win that set. I'll have to make the adjustment for game 2. I'm gonna take a pause here, and I'll come back with game 2. Alright, we're back here with game 2. I'm just waiting for Del to make his selections, which he just did, so that's actually really good timing. Hopefully I can swing back in game 2. Game 1, definitely, I got a lot of information, which was good. Just gotta make sure I keep these notes going. Okay, so it is Mianshao. Okay. Okay, I think, so last time, I actually like a protect, I think I'm just gonna set up my Tailwind here. I don't think I want to think about it here. He could set up Trick Room. Could also just Air Slash and hope for a flinch here, actually, into the Farigiraf slot. I actually am going to do that. Circle Hater. Okay, so no one used to protect here. If you want to fake out, that's fine. Okay, he does fake out. Interesting, since that's, you know, I did the thing before, but whatever. Okay, he got a Trick Room for free. That's not great. Okay, I think I am forced into, Terra. I think I'm forced to Terra here. That's a really bad turn 1. Because now... Ariyama. You are not. You are definitely thick fat. If I don't terrastalize, I pretty much just die here. I can... I could just facade this or facade that. I could actually just Earthquake as well, which I actually don't think is a bad play here. I think I'm gonna do this and protect here. Yeah, I'm gonna protect here. Preserve Kilo, and then I can potentially get Sinistra in later. So that comes... Okay, so that swaps out. It's probably Instant. Giggle. That's instant. So this actually is gonna hurt. Even though I'm -1, this is Guts boosted. This is gonna hurt. That's fine. I know it's Terra fighting, so let's see. This could just kill here, actually. I kind of had to close. I could have actually done swapping a Sinistra. That's actually not, you know. Squawk is going to protect here. Ice Punch, yep, that comes out. That's fine. EQ is going to hurt. EQ's going to hurt. Guts boosted. Great damage. Great damage. Okay. I think I low-key... I think I protect into... I probably should have had Arcanine here instead of Dura. Because it's probably going to be a Flare Blitz into... I don't need Kilo. Or I don't need Dura here, I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. The Cold War. Here, I'm assuming Hariyama's gonna be faster here. I'm assuming... Okay, a Fake Out into that. That's actually good for me. Okay, cool, that's fine. Ice Punch comes in. Okay. Good so far. Here I could actually... Okay. I actually could just Earthquake into going back into Kilo here. Yeah, I actually am going to do that. I actually am going to do that. It's an aggressive double, but I think I need to make this play. It's fine. I should live. Oh, I'm faster anyway, so perfect. This is a good turn for me. This is good. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Luna kills Yama and Incin with EQ. That's good for me. Lil Homie comes out, so yeah, so now it's just these two. I'm not worried about these really at all. This should be last turn to Trick Room. Yep. Okay. I am going to protect here. Into... Actually, I could... set up Tailwind to start next turn, and then swap... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, actually. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up Tailwind for now, and then I'm going to swap Kilo into Sinistra. Biba... No, it's Farigiraf and the Fairy. Okay. That is fine. That is fine. Pounce. Fine with me. That is fine with me. Dazzling Gleam, I might live this. Since it's at split, even though it's Terra, I might still live this. Oh, easy. Okay. Yep. So, I'm actually just going to Facade this, because this actually should... Eviolite, I'm assuming max HP, max defense here. Yeah. I'm gonna do this, and then go into Sinistra. That's good for me. This is good for me. Yeah, that's fine. I hit you anyway, so that doesn't matter for me. So, I mean, I know it has Rage Powder, but I figured that. That did not kill the way I thought it would. Nothing. Okay. Okay. What do I want to do here? How many turns of Tailwind do I have? 2? Does that... No, it should have just fucking died. That actually should have died. Wait, am I -1? Oh, I'm -1. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. I am going to... And I'm just gonna do this. That's fine. Should still live here. Luna kills Lupa. Beautiful, I do still live. Last turn, this should just drop. Unless you're like... No, because even if I do die with Luna here, bringing in Duraludon is fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna get my guaranteed. If you're... Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Duraludon still is good enough to do that, so... Probably could have swapped to Dura there, but it's whatever. Luna dies to burn. That's fine. Luna, you did great, man. You did fucking great. Tailwind is gone. That's fine. I'm going to bring this in without hesitation here. Duraludon into Farigiraf. If you are Fizdef, no Friend Guard because it's gone. Yeah, doubling here just kills you, so. Cool. Flash Cannon. Actually doesn't. But gonna find out of Citrus Berry, which is fine. That's a little bit of information. That's not too much of a big deal. So. Beautiful. We win game 2. Alright, and we are going to a game 3. Dura kills Brig with Flash Cannon. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Alright, game 2 in the books. We take that. Now we're on to game 3. Alright, and here we are for game 3. Let's see what he leads off with. We're gonna lead off the same. It's been working. I might do some doubles here on this turn 1, as opposed to what I've been doing. Just kind of based on what I see. But hacky sack and awesome. Okay, alright, we have this as a lead. This is something we did talk about. Neutralizing gas, yup, that makes sense. So here, what I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to go hard Sinistra. And I am going to... Could also E-Web here. Actually, I'm going to protect turn 1. I'm going to protect turn 1. I'm going to protect turn 1. Because I think he could target Ursulina here on turn 1, so let me get... Yeah, that's a easy frame 1. Yeah, no, this is easy for me. Yeah. Slacking Terra turn 1, he's just going to try and go balls to the wall here. That's fine. So slacking does nothing here, unless he, like, knockoffs for whatever reason. Wheezing protects, that's fine. Terra Blast, yep. Nothing to worry about there. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, let me make sure, write this down. Wheezing Prot. Slacking Terra Blast. Okay. I actually like a Matcha Gotcha here on turn 1. Or not on turn 1, but on like this turn. To see what he wants to do. And then I do like an Air Slash on Wheezing. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do that. That's fine. So you are Scarf, that's good to know. That is good to know. Okay, over half on Wheezing. It is Citrus Berry, that's good to know. Poison Gas. Okay. If I can get a burn here, that's great. That's fine. Okay. Give me that, 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 give me that. Got a burn on that. I don't care about that. I need a burn on slacking. Okay, didn't get it. Alright. That's fine. Rose 1-1. Wheezing kills Kilo with poison gas is insane. Okay, I low-key want to... I want to go Dura here. Because that'll force... Yeah, I'm going to go Dura here. And then I'm probably going to Trick Room here. So he's Scarfed. Dura should be able to just kill Wheezing from here. That is the Def Wheezing with Kilo doing literally just over half. I know it's not. So Dura, if I remember correctly, does just automatically kill. Yep. 41 to 49. Actually, no, I don't guaranteed kill, but actually, with actually could Draco this. Do half. Because I think that Weezing could protect or swap. That's fine. So you're not fast. You are just fast as shit. Interesting. Draco should just do a lot of damage there. Beautiful. Destiny Bond. Yep, that's fine. That is fine. Not really worried about that here. Trick Room comes up. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I am now... outside of the Weezing, I should be faster than everything. I'm actually just gonna Draco again into the Weezing slot here. No, I don't want to because it's that. I'm gonna flash. Yeah, that okay. Yeah, that might have been a better play, but it's fine. Neutralizing gas is gone. Hospitality comes up. That's actually not bad for Duraludon here. I get a little bit of chip off on something. Long neck, that's fine. Long neck avoids the attack. A burn here would be interesting because I'd find out if this thing is guts. Okay. Low-key, I want to do it again. How many turns of Trick Room left? 3. Okay. Let me... If I Nightshade into this, I'm gonna paralyze... Yeah, I'm gonna paralyze this. Fling. Okay. I did not expect that. Wow. Yama kills Sinistcha with Fling Iron Ball. Okay. Did I miss my fucking T-Wave, actually? Did I really? I think I missed my T-Wave. Yeah, I missed my T-Wave. That's unfortunate. Because I'm kind of forced to probably protect here. I should like a breaking swipe here. I'm probably gonna lose. I'm gonna breaking swipe. Yeah, Duraludon's dead. Duraludon's faster, that's interesting. Or no, he targeted, yeah, that's actually, no, that's good for me. Okay. Ursaluna, if I Terra... to Yama... you're not... I'm just gonna go Fireman right here. At -1... It's not doing much, so this is actually not a bad play for me to... Yeah, because this is the last turn to trick him, so this is the last turn he's going to be faster than me. I'm going to just hard target this Haruyama here. And then I'm actually just going to Breaking Swipe again. I can still win this set. I can absolutely still win the set. It's fine. Helping Hand boosted. Just basically just takes that back to... Oh, that's actually not a... That's not bad for me at all. Beautiful. Okay. That's not bad for me at all. Luna kills Yama with Facade. I don't know if we need to track all these kills. I'm just doing it for continuity's sake. So now I'm going to be faster. I should be faster than Weezing. I am not faster than Weezing. That's a little annoying. Okay, probably is a... I think I want to do this. I'll just Draco Weezing here, just to get something off here. Okay, we're gonna take this. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. That is amazing. That is perfect. That is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. He's gonna get slacking in probably for free, but that is fine. That is fine. And this goes down. That's amazing. Okay, Luna kills... What's it called? Kills... Rig with Facade. And then it was Sinistra. Sinistra kills... Weezing with Burn. So now it's just the slacking left. I am going to... Does Ursaluna take any one hit from this slacking? Paranormal offense. If you're Silk Scarf. $203, what does that make me? 87? How much does Duraludon do at -4? Okay, Luna with DP. Okay, Terra Blast. To Ursaluna. I'm at 189. 81. I do live the Terra Blast here. Okay. Oh, it's Tron. I'm so. Wait a minute. Never mind. No, I'm smart. Oh my god, I'm smart. Oh my god, I can't believe I pulled that set. Okay, Luna kills Slack with Facade. Perfect, 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 perfect. I forgot about Truon for a second. I just assumed neutralizing gas was up. Oh my god, we won the set. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. And we take down Dell in a 2-1 victory. Here we go, baby. First competitive VGC game. First competitive VGC win over D-Double. Oh my god. Great game by Dell. His team was fucking terrifying. He didn't bring the Rain or the Arcalodon, which was something I was super worried about. I think the Spupa didn't really do anything in this game, so I was able to kind of function assuming it was just gone, because I killed it immediately on game 1, and then game 2 it really didn't do anything, because every time it Rage Powdered, I was targeting it anyway, so it didn't really matter. GG's to Dell, man. He played a great game. His team's terrifying, and he played phenomenally. I will see you guys next time in the KCDL VGC offseason. Peace out.